Sure. So we're Iridium. We're a leading satellite company, worldwide global coverage. The exciting thing about Iridium is that recently we just launched our new network, Iridium Next, which completely replaced our old network with a few new capabilities. One, we needed to replace the old network to continue operation, which we've done successfully. We also increased the capacity of our network. But really the most exciting thing and what we're here to talk about today is Iridium Certus, which is our new broadband services which allow us to compete more effectively in the MSS L-band space and really provide a superior alternative to the existing competition.
With Certus we are really raising the bar in terms of reliability, but also in terms of performance, and so it's a service that has been out there now for a couple months. It's working really well. I think the second service that we have here at the show in the spotlight is GMDSS, and we are unveiling the first ever Iridium-based GMDSS terminal with the Larstrana 3100S. And so that terminal is extremely powerful. It combines all of the capabilities of GMDSS into one single small form factor terminal, and we believe that it will really increase safety at sea, not only for the SOLAS vessels but also for much smaller vessels that are non-SOLAS today. Well, if you look at the technology is there. Bryan just mentioned that we have launched Iridium Next. We have very powerful broadband services that we can deliver to any point on the planet. So the technology is there. It is used today as a primary means of communication on board many ships, but it can also be used in companion to the many VSAT solutions that we see out there. So the technology is there. I think the challenge is more today is that we would like the shipping community to embrace more the digitalization. And it is complex. We need as an industry to explain very well the benefits that digitalization can bring. And so that is a task on all of us, and it is a complex world out there because there are many systems on board ships with many data points, and at the same time the average age of the world's merchant fleet is close to 15 years, so you can immediately understand that having more standardized services is really a need to make that digitalization happen in the maritime market.
And I think one of the challenges is not necessarily a technical challenge. For us, now that there is actually a choice in the maritime industry for broadband L-band services, we are now recognized by the IMO for GMDSS. So our challenge is simply getting the word out and the message out that Iridium is a more than credible alternative to what they've had, with the incumbent Inmarsat for all these years. And we're excited to be in this position to not only roll out the new service, but it's supported by a world-class network. So GMDSS is a process that we, Iridium, participated in with the IMO for the better part of 5 years. We went through that process diligently with the IMO, and last year at MSC 99 in London, the IMO formally recognized Iridium as an approved GMDSS service provider, which was a milestone for Iridium. Again, as Wouter says, what that really is all about for the mariners and the maritime industry, it's all about safety at sea. The main intent is that we have global coverage, and that can only enhance the safety for mariners going forward. Where we're at now in terms of the process is we're getting through the implementation process. We've got a few key milestones today announcing the Larstrana GMDSS terminal. That's a major part of it. And then we're going to integrate with the RCCs, the Rescue Coordination Centers around the world, and the MSIs. And we should be in position the early part of 2020 to formally introduce that service to the maritime industry.
Yeah, so we are very proud that we are part of the ocean cleanup project. It is a project that is vital. As we all know, the sea is sort of, you are surrounded by plastics, and a lot of these plastic items are highly buoyant, so they can travel for thousands of miles on the sea. So the ocean cleanup is really the first ever project of this scale that is going to rid the oceans of plastic. And so how Iridium is involved is that we have broadband terminals and other Iridium manufacturers' equipment on the system, and the system is a passive sort of tube system that floats on the ocean. It's a passive system, and it catches up on the plastic items. And of course, for such an autonomous system that is out there at sea, and it's a harsh environment with waves, with rain, with all these conditions, it is very vital to have reliable broadband connectivity. So what the ocean cleanup is doing is monitoring 24/7 the system performance through the Iridium, let's say, backbone, the constellation.
Bryan, who is the founder of the Ocean Cleanup Project, he approached us over a year ago, and I give him a lot of credit. He's raised the awareness of this, I would call it a bit of a calamity, if you will, in terms of these garbage patches that are floating in the ocean. And we're, based on our unique network and our service, we're able to provide that global coverage, which is required to keep that system going. And, we're just proud to be part of that. But more importantly, it's really raised the awareness of the problem that is developing in our oceans. And we're, like I say, proud to be part of it and contributing to the maintenance and operation of that very important system. I don't know if I would, change a lot of things. Obviously, from where the position we're in, we would obviously wish that it moved a little bit more quickly in terms of adopting some of the new capabilities and services out there. But we understand that the shipping industry, it's vital to the commerce of the world. It plays a very important role, and we would just like to expand our presence in the shipping industry. We think we're very well qualified to do that with our new network, with our Certus services, and with all our partners around the world who support and service this important industry.
Well, to the existing customers, we would like to thank them. With them we exist, and of course with the new network that we have just launched, we will be able to give them even better capabilities out there beyond 2030. To new prospective customers, the message would be like, embrace that digitalization, go and adopt, test our new services. There is finally choice in the GMDSS domain with our recognition as a GMDSS provider. So also there we provide new choices to the maritime industry, and we are hopeful and we trust that they will be embraced by all of these prospect new clients.
I would just add that again, to our existing partners, I would say a big thank you. We've been in business now with a lot of our partners for 20 plus years, and we look forward to continuing that. To prospective clients, I would just say that there is another choice out there when it comes to MSS L-band broadband, and we would encourage you to trial our products and our services, and I'm sure they'll be pleased with the results. Thank you.